Good morning. Happy Magical Monday, beautiful Facebook tribe, beautiful mastermind tribe. Welcome to those of you that are watching the replay. Hang tight with me while we wait for others to join, and then I'll jump right in. It's nice to have you here. All right, I'm seeing you start to arrive. Go ahead and say hello in the comments. Hold off on your 2 words. I'm going to have you do something else today, but do say hello. Good morning, Arnell. Hello, Edison. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Jeff. So I don't want you to type it in, but I do want you to feel into yourself right now and connect with your own 2-word check-in. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Michael. Again, I don't want you to type 2 words in today. I'm going to have you do something else, but I do want you to check in with yourself. 2 words to yourself that would describe your emotional state, what you're experiencing right now. It's 7 o'clock straight up. I'm going to wait till 7:01. See who else joins us. As you are getting here, say hello. And then don't type it in, but check in with yourself. 2-word check-in to yourself. All right, I'm going to take my focus off of the comment section now. If you're getting here, say hi. Now, everybody, without typing your 2-word check-in, I want you to feel your 2-word check-in, but don't type it in. Now, I want you to really connect with the state that you're in, whatever those 2 words are. Feel them in your beingness. These 2-word check-ins can become a tool that loses its value. So I want you to feel what you're feeling and just let it be present. Okay? Now, feeling what you're feeling, I want you to do something with me. I want you to think about, I have a question for you, and I want you to let the answer pop into your mind. What is the absolute best vacation you've ever taken? Recall it. Now, your mind probably jumps somewhere, and then maybe it's looking for other ones to compare. Just go with the one that jumped in. Now, I want you to remember that experience and feel that. What made it so great? Just pause for a second. Recall that experience and feel it in your body again. Now, stay with me. Now, I want you to right now think about what is the absolute best gift anyone has ever given you. What's the best gift you've received? Recall receiving that and how that felt in your body. Pull that file forward, pull that memory forward, and connect with the emotion of that. Why was it the best? What did it create in you? It created an emotional response for whatever reason. Now, I want you to, thinking about the vacation and the best gift, what happened to those 2 words that described how you were feeling when you checked in? They're shifted, right? Look how quickly, with intention on demand, you can change your thought and what you're feeling in your body. That's a perfect example, a simple example, a fun example of how powerful you are when you want to be relentless with the way you're interacting with your thoughts. It's as simple as thinking about something else on purpose. You did it today because I just was taking you through an exercise, and you jumped right in because you're committed here. It's that simple. Maybe not easy when the weight of what we're feeling feels so yucky that it wants to anchor us in a state of being until we wait for something external outside of us to change what we are feeling. Are you with me? Super important. Super important. Yesterday, I woke up, I went to bed night before last, what was that? Friday night, not feeling so good. Woke up yesterday feeling really lousy, but I had 9 people from the mastermind ready at 8 o'clock for our work day. And then I felt ill the entire time, but I kept choosing different thoughts. Eventually, my body gave over to what was out of balance because my body is so miraculous that when something impure or toxic gets in, it goes on autopilot and it calls all hands on decks and it purges for me, which I love and respect and honor it. It doesn't feel good, but I know it's for my highest good because something that don't belong here got in, and my body is wise enough and intelligent enough and powerful enough to get it out. So I surrendered to that, but I didn't just stay in the uncomfortableness of my body and allow my thoughts to keep telling me, I feel like shit, this is horrible. I let my body do its thing. I honored the fact that it didn't feel so good, but in my mind, I continued to manifest and create things in my mind while I laid on my bed and let my body have the rest it needed for the purge. But I was conscious on what was going on in my thoughts. Why am I sharing that with you? Because I have another question for you. So in the last 3 to 4 weeks, I want you to right now think of a thing. Think of a thing that you took action on that moved you out of your comfort zone. It might have moved you 1 step or it might have moved you 100 steps. But I want you to think of it. And then that's the word I want you to put in. Instead of a 2-word check-in in the comments, just type a word that would mean something to you. My play, my music, my relationship, my purging my house, whatever. Something that word would indicate to you. I want you to throw it in the circle for us on the comments. One thing that moved you out of your comfort zone. What is that for you? You don't have to go into a big story. It just needs to mean something to you, but your contribution in the comments is going to support this surge of energy that I'm going to point to in a minute. I'm not seeing anything coming in, so I'm going to, oh, here we go. Nope. I'm just going to say hi, or I'm going to say art. That's mine. See if that, sometimes when I post something, it lets the comments start coming through. Well, I'm not seeing anything, and I know that that doesn't mean that you're not putting it in because technology. There we go. Okay, now I'm seeing it start to come in. Don't overthink it. There's something. I'm going to wait another 20 seconds, see what else comes in. Go ahead and type that in. There is something that you've done that's moved you out of your comfort zone towards something more that you've decided that you like. All right. So I'm seeing all of that. Beautiful. If you haven't typed it in, go ahead. I'm going to stop looking at that now. And here's what I want to share with you today. It's 7:08, so I'm going to use this time now to really zero in on the energy. 2 things I want to encourage you today with. Using that little example of how powerful you are in shifting where your focus goes, thinking about the best gift you ever received or the best vacation you ever took and why, right? Shifts your emotional state in this moment. And in this moment, and in this moment. And we've been talking about for this entire mastermind, Win Mastermind of 2023, how it's so important for us to become relentless with the way we interact with our thoughts, because it dictates how we feel, and how we feel dictates the vibration that we are transmitting out, and that transmission is magnetic, and it can only call back in people, places, and things that are a vibrational match, right? So we've also been talking about as the energy of the dismantle on the world stage that is moving humanity from one frequency to another, that's going to change the way we live as a species on the planet for over the next 100 years. But we are in the rally stage right now. that energy. So we've been saying as that dismount becomes more evident in this year of evidence, and there's so much evidence, but if you're not watching the news, which is a good thing, you're not receiving the evidence as powerfully as it is, and the news is not sharing that evidence with us. there's all kinds of evidence. I've used the analogy that all the drops in the infinite ocean of the one consciousness in the form of humanity is like a snow globe that's being shook up. Last week, the Schumann resonance of the planet Earth, which is the electromagnetic field of the planet, it's the way we track the radio station, the bandwidth of the new frequency, peaked at the highest it ever has. And I keep saying that to you. Last year, we were getting these surges once a quarter, about once every 4 months. We've been getting them now once a month. And now they're coming stronger. And last week, we had this surge. And this, up until then, until now, and today, we've been in this recalibration. It was like the snow globe went, and then the snow got to settle. We always get these recalibrations. Our bodies are adjusting to it. And every time there's a surge like that, the intelligence, get this, the intelligence, the infinite wisdom, knowledge, and intelligence of the ever-evolving one ocean of consciousness, that you are a drop in physical form, it becomes more available to you in your conscious mind, in your awareness. It doesn't say, hey, I'm the consciousness of your soul. You just begin to move more in the personality of your soul. We just got another snow globe, and that intelligence just got a stronger bandwidth. Why is that important? Because we've been being told the way we access this intelligence is by taking steps toward what's calling us forward. You hear me say it all the time. We're being called into the unknown. That is the only place to go where you're going to expand into the next version of yourself. Your soul's personality will only reveal itself as it calls you forward and you step into the unknown and amaze yourself at what you're capable of. And what you're capable of is not to be compared with what you watch others in this group or around you doing. It's not about that. It's about you knowing that you're moving forward in your particular circumstances in the direction of the unknown that will bring you in alignment with what you truly desire to create and experience in your life. Right? Now that's all review. Feel that for a moment. The reason it's so important today is because that surge that came last week, there's more coming starting tomorrow. Remember, I've been saying the end of September, moving into fall. Well, these energies, according to the Masters of Light, these energies are, as Earth has been moving through a photon belt, without getting too astrological, these surges are coming from what is known as the central sun. The central sun, in a way that your brain can understand it, is a ball of energy behind our sun. Our sun is what filters the surge of the infinite ocean of the one creator source. It moves through fragments, if you will, of itself. So our sun is like the cosmic laser beam of every time the original source wants to infuse more of itself based on its evolution, based on your drop doing its thing on planet Earth, it moves through our sun and then is absorbed into our planet. That's the best way I can explain it, that our minds can make sense. It's much more complicated than that, but that's enough for us to understand. So we're getting ready to be sunbathed by Source, because now our bodies are strong enough to hold the constant vibration of this higher frequency sustaining, coming in regularly. We had to get surges and acclimate, surge, acclimate, surge, acclimate. We're still in that process and will be until the day we leave this planet, but it's strong enough now that a stronger consistency, like, to use the analogy, the rays of the sun, the rays of the higher bandwidth are going to be shining on us regularly, and that's going to become our normal way of being. When that happens, those that are not attuning, it's going to get more tumultuous. As we're getting ready to go into this more tumultuous place, there is a power in you, your soul's personality, that is so ready for this moment. And it will require, we don't get to bypass the human experience. We have to evolve in the human experience. So you've been being prepared for when we see challenges, bigger challenges show up on the world stage. You're already so in flow, and you know all I have to do is follow my soul's personality to take me into the unknown, to keep creating that which aligns with me. Everybody in this group is doing different things for different reasons at different stages of your life. Diane, I'm so proud of her. She after, I think it's been 40 something years in one house, she rallied the courage to make a huge move because her soul was calling out for something new for her. And that courageous move is expanding the capacity within her for her soul's personality to show up in a way that it would not have shown up if she didn't take that move. At her age, what's going to happen in her life, none of us know, but that is equally as courageous for her and expansive as her cousin, who husband was murdered, and he's creating this amazing show and created a foundation to support mentally ill people so they don't kill somebody else's husband. If you looked at those side by side in the human experience, it would look like Joseph's so, like he's really grabbed a hold of it and it's so miraculous. But I want to acknowledge, because there are many of you in here that are making as courageous moves as Joseph by buying a new house and just finding a new job and doing things that are where your soul's calling you into before we go into this massive dismantle. And we're in the calm before the storm. That's what I want to share with you today. All you have to do, and I know that might sound so oversimplified, but it's not. All you have to do is rally your soul's personality to keep supporting you in absence of fear energy, which shows up as courage, and keep courageously moving into the unknown for that thing that wants to be expressed by you for you, because that's your drop, offering its support to what the snow globe shaken up is bringing for all of humanity. And as we move through the end of the year, because there's only 4 days left of summer, and then we're full on in fall, and then the energies that I've been preparing you for really move into tumble mumble motion. But we're steady. We're steady on a strong frequency that is connected to the power of the source creator itself. You've heard me say over the last 5 years, at some point, as you've been working with me, what would happen in your life if you truly believed that you are creator source energy? What would happen? Well, we get to find out, and you've been being prepared. All you want to keep finding out what you're made of? Keep rallying yourself to move in the direction of the unknown that's going to support you creating what wants to be manifested and created by you for you. If that's a house, a job, a relationship, rearrangement of your sacred sanctuary, it doesn't have to be massive, but don't sell yourself short. Diane, finding the courage to buy this house, getting herself situated in a place that her heart was calling her to, could open something else, and she could do something as magnificent as creating a play. She doesn't have to, but what I'm saying is we don't know what we're capable of. We don't know what else is going to want to come through us until we take the steps that are calling us forward now. And you've been being called forward now this entire year we've been working together, and more than that if you've been here longer than 2023 Win Mastermind. It's game time. That's what I'm saying to you. It's showtime. We're in tech rehearsal now. And all you gotta do is continue to rally the courage to keep moving forward. And you can do that by simply choosing what you're going to think about that creates a better feeling in you now. You've been training. Everything happens between our ears. It's all in our mind. We must become masters of the way we interact with our thoughts, to become masters of what we feel in our body, to become masters of what we transmit out into the universe, to become masters of what we call in the way of people, places, and things that align with that high vibe that comes from us choosing what I'm going to think about that makes me feel a higher vibrational experience. That's what we're all going to practice this week. You've got plenty of history behind you to work with this, and your inner guidance now is on a stronger bandwidth to bring that understanding to you in a unique way beyond my voice. I just keep pointing you inward. It's all here. The intelligence of the infinite one creator is ready to send impulses to your conscious mind to make you more aware of yourself on this bandwidth that we've been practicing with, that I've been pointing to as long as you've been working with me. If you really want to support that coming forward stronger, be in your stillness. If you can't sit still, take a walk and say to your higher self, show me what you'll show me. Be intentional on your walk, and then pay attention to what comes into your awareness. But the more time we spend intentionally being still outside of the chaos of all the things that want to imprint us and convince us of who we are that is so different than our soul's personality, the faster it comes forward. And at the beginning of or last month, I gave you some other examples of how you can be in your stillness if sitting still doesn't work for you. But maybe sitting still will work for you for 5 minutes now in a way it didn't before. Play with that. All right. I love you. Rock this day. Find the courage to take one more step in the direction of the unknown and have fun playing with it. There's only love for you here. See you soon.